Yo, what's the deal? Y'all come on in. 305 in the house. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Get this thing popping right now. I haven't been on here in a minute. I just want to come on here and talk some trash. See how y'all feel. Check your pulse. Let me let this thing get up to about 200 people. And then we'll get it on and popping from there. Got a lot of people from everywhere on here. Y'all come on in, man. It's Sunday. It's a beautiful day. It's no football. It's no NFL football. It's Sunday. It's light outside, looking beautiful. Y'all come on in. Call your people. We just going to have a good time. We're going to stay on here for about an hour. Then we're going to get off. I might have some special guests come by, talk some trash. Come on in, get them on in here. Facebook, Twitch, my Facebook fan page. I see y'all on there. Then we also live on my Twitter, and we're also live on YouTube, my YouTube page. How y'all doing on YouTube? Hello, how's everybody doing? It's all good. We're just gonna have a good time in here. We're gonna have a good time in here. Let me just check on here, see if I'm live on Twitter, which is the first time I did that. I don't think it's live. I don't know where it's at, but hopefully it is, which I don't know how that's working. So that might not be working. But for the most part, we are live everywhere else except Instagram. They don't play fair. Instagram does not play fair. I don't know why. Instagram don't like to be a part of this. But for the most part, you know, Instagram be all in their feelings and everything. And, you know, they just don't let people connect to the lives, you know, because we just try to do this thing real simple. Just connect everything at one time, do one live. They want you to go on Instagram and do a personal live on their thing and all that. But for the most part, you know, we're going to keep it 100 right on here. Y'all check in right now. It's time for y'all to check in. There you go. Y'all check in right now. Everybody check in from where you're going in. Because we got a lot of things to talk about. We're going to talk about the NFL draft. We're going to talk about politics. We're going to talk about local politics. We're going to talk about George Floyd. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. And all in 1 hour. And then when that 1 hour is up, then I'm cutting this off. I'm going to have a cocktail and enjoy the rest of my Sunday. This is why I'm on here early. I see you. California in the building, baby. Cali. There it is. No, that's Detroit. What I'm doing here. Cali in the building. There it is. California, Detroit. We got Shreveport up in here. Shreveport, Louisiana. Oh, I'm getting slow at the wheel. I am slow at the wheel. There goes Shreveport. The DMV. Now, if you know what the DMV stand for, then let me know what the DMV stand for, because y'all might don't know. Hey, we got Orlando, Florida. I'll be in Orlando, Florida next week. We got Dallas, Texas in the building. Hey, this international. This shit is international. This is international. The Luke Show is in it. We are all over the country, international, everything. We got 954. Now, you know what 954 is? Duval County. There it is. Who else we got up in this piece? Memphis, making easy money, pimping hoes in style. That's what Memphis stands for. You know who told me that shit? 3-6 Mafia. They told me that. LA, Cali. There it is. It never rains in Southern California. Biscayne Boulevard in the building. Florida, I see you on Periscope. Biscayne Boulevard is in the building. Hey, hello, Nicole. I see you. Uh-oh, who else we got up in this piece? There it is. There she go. VA, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia. That's what the DMV stands for. That's where she from. Hey, look at that. Omaha. Y'all say Uncle Luke ain't got no love in Omaha? Omaha, Nebraska? I was just looking at the Nebraska spring game just a while ago on TV. There it is. Richmond, California. Richmond, California. Who is this? Uh-oh. Look at this. All kind of Floridas. Duval. That's Duval County. That is Jacksonville, north part of the state. Yes, it is. Uh-oh. Here we go. Daytona Beach in the building. You know that's the home of BCC. Is it changed? Bethune-Cookman University. That is the home of Bethune-Cookman University, which is up there. Here we go. DMV. There you go. I see you. Hey, look here, man. That's wrong. DC, Maryland, Virginia. Oh, excuse me. I'm just reading what they got on here. Now, 334. Where you from, Trina? The 334, is that St. Louis? Is that like St. Louis 334? Is 334 from St. Louis? Oh, you might have me on there. Now this is hey, South Carolina by way of North Miami. God damn it, man. I was wondering where everybody from North Miami went at. Hey, it is the world loves Skywalker. I love that. I love that. I love that, Joe. Hey, Joe. I love that, Joe. I appreciate it. There it is, Alabama. Roll Tide, roll. Are you from what is it? Auburn? There it is, Attapata, Florida. Attapata, Florida. Y'all don't even know what Attapata is. I grew up next to Attapata because I'm Liberty City. My park, Hadley Park, Attapata, we used to jump the fence in the summertime and jump in the Hadley pool. That's why when y'all see the boys get a touchdown in the NFL or in college or in high school and they jump blue in the Hadley, baby. That's what we do. Hey, listen, let me say this here. Let's get this thing. War Eagles? Oh, so you're not Roll Tide Road? My favorite place, Opelika, Florida. Opelika in the building, baby. I see you, Opelika. Now, I don't know about this. Where's this? See what I'm saying? We're international. We are international. People love us all over the world, and that's what we do. So now, listen, my last shout out. Here we go. Uh-oh. Dothan, Alabama. Come do a show. What do you want me to come do? Listen, next week I'm going to Orlando for First Friday. I will be in Orlando, and then I'm going to South Carolina for Freaknik, and we just gonna get the freaking going on at the Freaknik. But let's get into what we're talking about. Man, this was a very interesting week. This was a very interesting week this week. It was very interesting. Bunch Park, I see you in the building. This was a very interesting week. You had Joe Biden doing his 100-day deal. You had the NFL draft. You had the first week of spring high school football in the state of Florida. And then you have my ass end up in the hospital. Yeah, y'all didn't know I was in there. So I ended up, I'll tell you my little story. I'm not going to get into too much detail, but I ended up in the hospital, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? So I had to keep it on the low. I get there, the people at the desk say, who are you? So I ease up in there by myself, and I got in there, and they put my name through the shit and all that, and then they gave me all these tests. They ran all kind of tests on me. I was like, I snuck in there on a low key, like, mask, hat, nobody with me. Only a couple people knew I was going in. I said, I can't have too many people because then the shit would be all over the news, blah, 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 all this. So I snuck in there and saw the doctor, stayed in there, shit, damn near 12 hours. So I was in there and they were running all these tests. It's like, what's wrong, Mr. Campbell? I ain't gonna reveal what was wrong. And then they did these tests. Then they say, oh, it could be this, it could be that. Then, when they go to telling you it could be this and it could be that, then you go to scratching your head. Then they put these shits on you, the machines on you and all this shit, and you do one test and they say, okay, you good right here. So we gotta do another test and then do another test. And then they say, oh, this can be, well, why am I doing this? Well, it can be this, that, and the third. And you're like, oh, hell no, not that. I don't want that. And then you start thinking about all the rappers that just died and shit. You saying, boy, it's a rapper dying thing going on here. So maybe they get ready to book your ass right now. They're getting ready to book you then. Okay, all right, that's what we got to do. Get your affairs in order. So then they say another test. So that test go, because that test is like, oh, shit. And then next thing you know, they say, okay, you good with that? I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Then I go to the next test. And they stand up, do this, do that, do this. And they say, well, this is what you have right here based on this particular test right here. You need to do this, you need to do that, and blah, blah, blah. But I said, I eat that. Now that, I take that. What is the problem? So eventually, I ended up going through it all, feel a lot better, and doing good. But I damn sure, the people said, the man say, they came back to the room and was like, well, who are you? I said, my name on the thing. It said some people calling the front desk asking, but we tell them, we can't tell them whether you here or not. And I said, nah, don't worry about that. Little young Spanish dude and the nurses and shit. So I'm low key like this. I got the mask on the full time. And they say a lot of people calling here want to know if you're in here. And I can't tell them that. And I was like, no. You somebody, I say, well, is anybody looking for you? I'm pretty sure a lot of people are, but do not tell them I am in here. Whatever you do, because we'll be in here all night. So I eased the fuck out of there, did what they told me to do. Everything is all good and beautiful and lovely. And so they ain't get me yet at the end of the day. So going on to what we got to do. So y'all got some exclusive shit that nobody has, and not too many people know about it. But since y'all are my friends and y'all are my good friends, then I'll tell y'all about it. But meanwhile, back at the ranch. So now, let me say this to everybody. TMZ. TMZ, they couldn't catch me. I know how to duck. I know how to duck their ass. Most celebrities know how to duck TMZ, but a lot of celebrities want TMZ to promote their shit. So I, unfortunately, don't want no TMZ in my business. I like to live on a low-key situation. So I'm good. I've got my energy back. I'm all right. Zone and popping. But for the most part, let me say this. Miami Beach. Let's talk about Miami Beach. I didn't mention that in the top of the conversation. Like I told, I'm a man of my word. You feel me? I'm a man of action. If I come out and criticize municipality of doing something the wrong way, then they say, well, quite a few people, Mr. Battle, a couple other people called up. Hey, look, man, they're looking for you to do a proposal. They want you to give them the guidelines and the presentation of what you think, how Memorial Day weekend and how spring break and how African Americans need to deal with the people of Miami Beach on a regular basis. What can you do? What did you what you think? So what I did was this. What I did was this, people. I created a presentation, and this is some exclusive shit. Nobody will even know this. I created an entire presentation, line after line after line after line of what I think needs to be done on Miami Beach. Based on my experience, I was a concert promoter originally, did big festivals, go to festivals, do concerts, see how they run, understand how they run. Most artists understand how concerts, festivals, and all these different things run. That is the world that we live in. Events like this, Spring Break, Memorial Day, Caravana, New Orleans, Essence Festival, you have an understanding. Most artists who have been doing it a long time have an understanding of how those things are done. So I went, said, okay, fine, y'all want me to create a proposal, presentation to you all of my opinion of what things need to be done? I did it. Created it, sent it in the morning before I got ill. I think it had to be Tuesday or something like that. I sent the proposal in to the police chief. I sent the proposal in to the mayor. I haven't heard nothing back from nobody. I haven't heard anything back. So I put on Twitter, hey, I sent the proposal in to Miami Beach. So obviously the media jumped on it. Hey, where's the proposal? Where's the proposal? We're going to do a public records request to see what you sent to them, because you can do a public records request of any email or document or item that is sent to a public official, governmental official. Anytime you want to know, you can do it yourself. So I say this to say this. I'm going to give the good folks over there, now I'm not going to give them an ultimatum, but I'm going to give them a little time to hopefully look and get the email, give me a call, and let's have a sit down and have a conversation about it. If they really want to rectify the issues of African Americans being on Miami Beach, I ain't go through no, let me just say this here. I ain't go through no pastors. I wasn't going in there with no pastors, which I don't have a problem with the pastors. I ain't going in there with no community activists. I ain't going no, I didn't write no proposal with some of the usual suspects who these governmental officials be working with. I ain't go write shit with nobody but with promoters. People like Mike Gardner and people like who does headliners and who does live on Sunday and do big festivals and things like that. I wrote with these guys who do the shit on a regular basis. I wrote with the conversations with Peter Thomas and people like that who are on Miami Beach, who've been on there for years along with me. I'm writing from those perspectives of things that I know need to be done on Miami Beach, things that we all collectively feel that should be done. So not the NAACP, not one of these groups, the Black Business or whoever, all these, none of them people. I ain't involved, none of them people. Matter of fact, I only CC'd one community activist, Steve Johnson. I only CC'd him on it because I didn't want the proposal to be watered down and to be politically politic here, politic there, politic there. Because what governmental officials has a tendency of doing, people, they go get all these sidebar guys who have no idea how to put on a festival a concert, event, how to direct people in the proper direction. None of them know how those things need to be done. And I made that mistake the first time when I did an event called Umoja Festival. It cleaned up their mess on Miami Beach. I made that mistake of joining in with Miami-Dade County Community Relation Board, Dr. Larry Capp, and that whole board, and they fucked me over. They hijacked the whole event, and that's why the shit is all fucked up right now, in my opinion. Because that guy and that whole committee and that whole shit, they got Umoja Festival, they low-key undermining what the fuck I was doing to end up getting what they have right now today. So what I did, I'm not involved in none of these motherfuckers. And no disrespect to them. No disrespect to the Black Advisory Board. No disrespect to whatever other black organization. No disrespect to the Black Chamber, the Chamber Black. No disrespect to none of them people. But they don't know how to put on a fucking event. So yeah, all I want to join hands. They want you to go in. Okay, everybody want to have meetings and meetings. Oh, let me talk to. No disrespect to none of them people. Y'all doing a fine job. Keep doing what you do best. But let us do what the fuck we do best. Because when you guys get involved with something you don't know nothing about, you fuck it up for the people. You don't know nothing about no concerts. You don't know nothing about putting on events. You don't know nothing about festivals. You don't know nothing about entertainers. You don't know nothing about how to police different events. You don't know nothing about that. You don't know nothing about the back end of putting on festivals, concerts, and events like this. Those people know you don't know. So what they do is they play niggas against niggas. They go get, let's go get Bobby here. Not calling no names. Let's go get Bobby here. And Bobby comes in and Bobby acts like he know what the fuck is going on. And all they want to do is use Bobby to water down the fucking real event. Instead of these dudes standing down like we do as black people, our biggest thing is we want to be the Negro in the room that the white people talk to. We want to be that Negro in the room that the white people talk to. Unfortunately, we want to be the only Negro in the picture. We are our worst fucking enemies. Nothing gets done. But I'm going to tell you like this. The proposal is in. They can have a meeting with me. I'm not going to lose no sleep. I just did it. We did it to say, okay, here's the smoking peace pipe. Here's the proposal. Either you implement it or you have a sit down with us and say what parts of this you want to implement, or you can continue doing what you want to do. And if you continue doing what you want to do, at the end of the day, that shit is going to be the same way it is right now. And that's going to be it. I ain't finna lose no sleep. I know I wouldn't be going over there on the fucking Memorial Day weekend, spring break weekend, or maybe no other weekend. I might be taking my ass over there to go to Joe's Stone Crab, give me some fucking stone crab to get the fuck out of Dodge. Because it is a shit show on a regular basis on South Beach, and they need to clean it up, and we need to take a seriously hard look as to whether or not they want our dollars. So hopefully those people this week, I'll be on Wednesday. If they don't have nothing, they ain't give me no call by Wednesday, I'll let you know. Simple as that. Moving on to other things. I got to say this here. How y'all like the NFL draft? Who did good in the draft and who didn't do good in the draft? You know, I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm one of those Cowboy fans on standby. I'm waiting for Jerry Jones to sell the team. because I just don't like him. I think he's a plantation owner, and I don't think he like black people. I think he looked down to black people, and any black people that be brown nose into his shit is Uncle Tom's. I'm sorry. I said it. But what I saw really interesting, this is my take on the draft. Outside of the Miami Dolphins not taking a running back, outside of the Miami Dolphins not taking the Heisman Trophy winner receiver, let me say this about the Dolphins. The Dolphins got to win right now. When you don't take the Heisman Trophy winner and you don't fulfill the needs of a running back, and you do the feel-good thing of drafting a defensive end from the University of Miami, no. You put yourself in the Cadbury seat. You've got to remember, and see, that's what happens to a lot of us. Black people get powerful positions, and we have a tendency of not realizing that we are black. And we don't have no room for error. They have room, they can fuck up a team for 5 or 6 years. But when you black, you can fuck up a team. You make one bad pick, and people are like, what the fuck did we just do? Did we get a running back? No. Well, last time I checked, we needed a fucking running back. We got 2 guys in free agency last year, and both of them sucked. So we didn't get a running back? Oh, shit. We could have got the Alabama running back. This draft could have been so easy. We could have got the Heisman Trophy winning receiver, because the receivers we have, we could have got, I guess he was too much similar to the other guy they have. Then we could have got the fucking running back. Then we could have got a defensive end later on down. Defensive ends for days. But we went and got the hurt guy. That puts you on the clock. You got to win now. I like the Dolphins. I like the organization. I like everything about the Dolphins. The best organization in Dade County. Better than the Heat, better than the Marlins, trash. Better than any organization in town. They do for the community. They do more for the community than any organization in town. They open the doors of the stadium to the entire community, and they do more shit for the black community than anybody. But let me tell you what I saw on the draft. Moving past the Dolphins and what they got going on. Did you notice every time they showed the war room of every team, it wasn't nobody look like me. It wasn't nobody look like me. Although, yes, we're going to show the war room of the Dallas Cowboys and the Dallas Cowboy brass. All white people. We're going to show the war room where they're fist pumping, chest pumping, the Kansas City Chiefs. Ain't nobody look like me. We're going to show the war room of the New England Patriots. Ain't nobody look like me. So, we know by the book. We know by the book that the Miami Dolphins the only team that has a black general manager, Ozzie. I thought he retired. But Ozzie still at the Ravens. But the only black general manager and VP of player personnel and head coach. They never I never saw the Dolphin war room. I wanted to see, they should have showed that. I'm like, who the fuck is these dudes? They showing little fucking, I love Asian people, but they showing a little Asian man. He's sitting up in there, he doing this shit. I'm like, is this some fantasy football shit or what? The draft, I'm looking at the draft and I'm saying to myself, I see why all these teams sorry. They got fantasy football people up in that motherfucker drafting. I see why they sorry. It's 30, at least 30 sorry ass teams every year that ain't got no fucking chance because they don't know what the fuck they doing. They don't know a football player to save their life. All the old heads win the games. If you're betting money on football, Bet on the old head coach. If the coach is over fucking 55, put your money on that motherfucker. You will win every time. Put your money on that old coach. Bruce Aaron, old head. Got his head over there to the side. Bruce Aaron. Glacier family, they had a little problem. People in Manchester United got a fucking problem with them over there. But Bruce Aaron, staff full of black people. Only one white person on the staff. My kind of guy. Bruce Aaron, old head. Y'all think you're going to count Belichick out? Maybe this year. He wasn't ready for that shit. But this year, Belichick will be back in the money. Old head. You see my guy over there in Kansas City? Old head. They will always be by the money. These 12-year-old young-ass head coaches ain't never going to be by the money. That's why Aaron Rodgers want to get the fuck out of Green Bay. This 12-year-old head coach who's a fucking fantasy coach, he don't know his ass from a hole in the ground. Aaron Rodgers like, you a dummy. You can't get me to the fucking Super Bowl. You see New Orleans, Sean Payton, old head. They go get these little cute white boy head coaches. You know, they fit the profile, look like they fucking need to be doing the weather on TV, and they get little cute guys who face of the organization. He ain't gonna win shit. He ain't gonna win shit. Old head. Look at my man over there in Pittsburgh. That's an old head. He gonna be somewhere by the money. Mike Tomlin is going to be somewhere by the money. Them dudes there, I'm telling you, everybody else with these, they just hogs to be slaughtered. They have no idea what the fuck they doing. None whatsoever. So I'm just saying, if your team don't have an old ass head coach or old ass coordinator, your team gonna lose. If you betting on football games, bet the old motherfucker against the young motherfucker. You'll win every time. Or more times on the old head coach team than the other one. I love football. I just don't like it right now. I made a big announcement this week, people. And the big announcement was I was starting Luke's Sports. Luke Sports. And they asked me the reason why you're starting Luke Sports. A lot of the kids in the state of Florida now will be able to get paid for name and likeness going into college. Those kids gonna need representation. Marketing for professional athletes, absolutely horrible. Most of the professional athletes right now are getting cookie cutter marketing. Most of the you agent and marketer don't work. Don't work. Then they have some little marketing people working for them, and the little marketing people, all they do is they look at a template of Nike and Adidas and what they have to offer, and Pepsi and all these other usual suspects that's on the long list of NFL sponsored product that's sponsored by the NFL, and the NFL sponsors them. They look on that list and then they act like they're doing something. Cards and shit. But you got to make these kids money outside of the realm. But for these college kids going in now, just imagine the difficulties of an NFL professional player, all those young men who just been drafted. Do you know how many phone calls they're getting? When y'all looked at the room of those big parties that they were having and everybody was in there, you saw so many people, and I've attended those when I was, working with my ex. And you sit in there, you have all these people in all the rooms, and those draft parties, and half of the people these young men don't even know. They have Uncle Bobby from all over here, and Uncle Dan, and Auntie this, and people. I was at a draft party one year, and the man said, "I'm his granddaddy," and I said, "Your granddaddy out there?" He said, "My granddaddy dead." No, it's a motherfucker out there saying he's your granddaddy. And the young man said, "My granddaddy is dead on both sides." I'm like, so I'm saying I had to like really chill the shit out because I was like really getting hot. I'm like, hey, I'm laughing. So I go to Mama, your daddy here? Man, Luke, stop fucking with me. My daddy dead. This nigga over here say, yo, the granddaddy. Hey, so shit like that be happening. All types of people come, and everybody that be in those rooms had their hand out. Let me hold something. You got it like that. Let me hold something. Their hand be going, let me hold something. Come on, cuz. You ain't gonna do me like that, cuz. Damn, cuz, you doing it big. Let me hold something, cuz. Then that's when the shit hit the fan. It'd be amazing when I look at those draft parties, and then I see all the black people in the room, and then I see Karen. I say, well, Karen is in the fucking money. Well, Karen. Then you see all the black people in the draft party, and then you see one white man in the draft party. There go the agent. He's getting the money, taking it back to his side of town. Say, how the fuck does this happen? So you see, you got the draft party. I'm like, this some wild ass shit. I see it every year. Those people are very good at what they do. They sell. I'm the greatest thing in sliced bread. I can get you this. I can get you that. I can get you this. I'm going to get you that. I got this guy here. I got that. They can't get you a motherfucking thing. They can only get you. They can't tell you where you're going to be drafted at. The team makes that determination, whether they're going to take you or not, whether you fit what they do, whether you did the things that you need to do in the course of the time when you were in college, whether you got a good family, whether you did right in high school, whether you did right by your teachers in college and high school and everything, and whether you perform to the best of your ability, and they can look at you and tell whether or not you put in that fucking work, and the ones who don't put in that work, and those are the guys who get drafted. So the white man can't get you drafted. And there's some great, capable agents. So they say, why you start? Same reason why I started the agency before and say, hey, here you go, ex-wife, you could take over it, I'll help you. Do it and run it and yada, yada, yada. And so what ends up happening? I say right now, these high school kids are getting ready to enter in a whole bunch of money. Whole bunch of money. I have 5-star kids on my team right now. I've already negotiated hundreds of thousands of dollars in name and likeness deals for the players on my team. I'm equipped to do that. I don't know of any other high school coach. Unfortunately, I'm a high school coach. I don't know of any other high school coach in the country that's equipped to do that because I'm coming out of this whole NFL thing, helping marketing the players of the X company. I know it like the back of my hand. So I say, these kids are going to need good representation. So I ain't messing with everybody. I'm only going to represent certain families, players who get it. I'm not going to get into the running after these kids and doing all this wild stuff. No. Because when you run after kids and when kids and their parents always got their hands out, let me hold something, and all this, and they want the agent to pay them, that's when you put yourself in a predicament That's when you put yourself in the predicament to getting used and abused. Because let me say this, ain't nobody finna give you nothing for free. That's jailhouse rule number one. Don't go in the jailhouse and the man offer you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you take it, then he wants something back. That's street rule number one. Ain't nobody finna just come. I tell the person in a minute, did he offer your brother something? He said, my brother don't play football. Okay. Let me ask you again. Did they offer to give your brother something? He don't play, coach. That's my point. You just made my point. He offering you because he can get something in return. Don't forget that. So again, people, so we got. Now the big problem with that, just imagine a college kid get $100,000. One of my high school players, I negotiated $100,000 for him because new rule, name and likeness, kids can get paid. So I took college. I need this. I need to be able to do this with these different, not with the college, but with the companies and the corporations that are in that city. $100,000 worth of shit. Kid gets $100,000. What happens? You think the mom and daddy, parents, a lot of parents ain't seen that kind of money. It has to be a good family. Unfortunately, the young men I have good families. A lot of other families will weigh them down. Kid in college trying to do his books, doing his shit, trying to play ball and shit. He just got $50,000 and they calling up, can you send me some money? And can you send me this here? I need to pay this. I need to pay that. Oh, Bobby just got put in jail. I need to get a lawyer and all that. Those are the things that come with that. So these young men are going to have somebody that's going to have to sit mom and daddy and uncle and Bobby and all this and high school coach and say, look here, man, he needs to put that money away. He can take that money, put it away for his savings. Because the big picture is to go to the league and get the big check. This just seed money. God forbid something happen, he'll have this to work with. So again, people, these are the things. What's up, Pastor Harris? I saw you on the thing today. You didn't show up to Blake playoff game. Pastor Harris, let me tell you, Pastor Harris, I got to tell y'all something else, which I'm not happy about. My son had a playoff game today, and I got thrown out the game. They threw my ass out the game. Can you believe that? I've never been thrown out my child's baseball game since he's been playing. Never. First time ever. I wasn't happy at all about it. Umpire was in his feelings because of the earlier game. I go to the game, I don't say nothing. I sit way down the line. Man, see. So it was, the guy said, the kid on the son team threw the ball to third base, picked the guy off, and they home team now is up in Boca, 45 minutes away. The home team, the umpire said, no, that's a balk. A balk? I said, I'm sitting up here, so I'm listening to the conversation. Well, what happened, Mr. Coach, he balked and he threw the ball because the rules state that only time he could throw a pick off the third base if the player on third base makes an attempt to go home. I say, I'm sitting there like, I never heard this shit. He going deep into the rule book. I never heard no shit like this in my life. So I'm thinking, I played baseball for Skip Bertman, one of the greatest high school baseball coaches, went on to be baseball manager at LSU, Miami, and eventually ended up becoming the athletic director for years at LSU. I played baseball for him. Played baseball all my life, baseball, football. I never fucking heard that before. So let me just put my common sense on. Common sense says, how can I pick you off if you don't leave the base? If you leave the base at third base, that is making an attempt to go home because you're off the fucking base. That's a ball. I said, man, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. Umpire say, hey, man, you better shut up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Me? I'm looking around. Me? Shut up. Hold on, man. You're really doing too much right now. You don't shut up. I'm going to put you out. I said, look, I'm not raising my voice. I just say you're doing too much. I'm not using any profanity. You got one warning. I'm going to put you out. You going to put me out? You out. As you know, this Negro from Liberty City, Florida, you want to get, now you get ready to get a full raft of tongue lashing. I held down the MFs because the kids were there. But he got called everything but the child of God without profanity. And then I'm leaving out the thing. They say, I'm leaving out, then the other opponent coaches looking. I said, you don't want none of this, boss. I would take you out in the parking lot, I would drag your ass over. But I was real nice. Couldn't say that in the front of the kids because I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. But I never heard of that before in my life. But again, people, that's the draft. That's why most people have no respect for NFL football players. They sell their soul to the devil. So again, you have some capable agencies of African Americans. But yet, we don't want to use them. Yet, we don't call the African American agent until the white agent don't call you and your ass is a free agent. Then you call, then the African American agent bring you on to try to save your career, which is going to be difficult. Then they say, oh, my agent sucked. The white agent, when the white agent call you, he's already checked the scouts. Where he's checked the GM, he's checked the presidents of the VP of football operations. They have you on the board. If a bunch of people have you on the board, okay, all right, I got Gregory Harris at number 2. Hey, team 1, team 3, team 5. Well, you got Gregory Harris. Oh, I got Gregory Harris between 1 and 3. Oh, I got Gregory Harris between 1 and 3. Oh, I got Gregory Harris between 1 and 6. Okay, fucking let's go to Gregory Harris. We're going to get Gregory Harris, his mama, his uncle, his sister, his brother, because Gregory Harris is now projected to go between round 1 and 3. So, again, that tells me how much money I need to spend on Gregory Harris. So these fucking white agents ain't doing shit for y'all. They already got the information. And the same thing an African American agent could do. So they're not doing anything for you. So mommy and daddy, who got these superstar athletes and who got your little girl sitting over here and you inspired to send your little girl to college and your other little boy who's not going to play football to college and come back, become a lawyer, become a financial advisor, and with him becoming a financial advisor and a lawyer, he's not going to get no white clients. He's not going to get no Hispanic clients because they don't fuck with black lawyers, black financial advisors, black accountants. He's going to have to depend on African Americans. You wonder why they don't have no respect for us? Because we don't have no respect for ourselves. We don't fucking work with each other. Dropping jewels now. I'm dropping jewels now. So all y'all kids in the house, when Karen is sitting right here, when a whole bunch of other beautiful black women should be sitting right there, and when the little white agent is sitting right there, and the other white person is the financial advisor sitting right there, making you sign a power of attorney so he can fucking invest your money however you want to invest your money, make you feel like you're really doing something, and you ain't fucking with the black nothing. Gregory Harris, I'm preaching tonight. It's time for me. Well, I'm hooping. You think you're really doing something. A lot of black people think they're really doing something. I have a white agent. He's my fucking agent. He's my fucking lawyer. He's my financial advisor. He looks like E.F. Hutton. He looks like Shearson and Lehman. He's going to make sure that my investments are going in the proper place and all this and everything. No! He's going to rob your ass blind. He's going to rob your ass blind because he represents 200 more dumbass niggas who he feel like they dumb because they ain't had sense enough to get a fucking lawyer to look at the contract that they provided to them. You signed some shit because the agent who's getting the money from the financial advisor institution, the agent is, let me say that again, agent is getting the money from the financial institution to recruit you. The agent got the money from the financial advisor. He put his skin in the game. The goddamn real estate person put their skin in the game. Everybody put skin in the game. So they got the agent say, here you go. And the agent got his skin in the game. Man, go get that nigga. Because he projected at 1, 2, or 3. He's going to go either first round, second round because he's projected way up there. So that means he's going to make X amount of dollars. So therefore, meaning we should spend X amount of dollars on recruiting him. Whoa. So y'all think y'all doing something big when big time agent man come to your house. Drive up in his motherfucking Lamborghini and shit. And drive up in the Porsche, and he got this motherfucking Armani suit on, and he comes up there, hey guys, hey mommy, hi mommy. He calling your fucking mama. Hey daddy, what's up dad? Oh, and he sitting there in the room. I came off into this because this NFL week. He looking in the room, he profiling everybody. The agent is profiling everybody. Then you might have an uncle named Gregory Harris, who a pastor. He been around football a long time. He know he's a good big time dog fan and shit. And he's sitting up there. He said, well, Gregory Harris said, so what are you going to do for Bobby? And then he looked. They didn't seen Gregory Harris before. They didn't seen the high school coach before. They didn't seen the mama boyfriend before. They didn't seen the daddy who estranged before. They done seen mama who's in the kitchen cooking because the white man just came to her motherfucking house. They done seen that mother. They done seen that movie 1,000 times. It's almost like if you having a dinner with a girl that you're trying to date and you're trying to do the thing. You done wine and dine for several other women. You know what make women happy. You done played that game before. Oh, let's bring some flowers. You bring some flowers. I know because 10 women, when I brought flowers, 10 women, they love the flowers at dinner. They love to go over here to Smith & Lewinsky. Don't take no motherfucker over there to fucking that seafood restaurant that had a fake seafood. You're going to lose her. They seen the movie before. So when Uncle Bob didn't have another, yeah, I want you to introduce you to my uncle. He owned the restaurant. He owned the barbecue pit. And Uncle owned the barbecue pit talking some business shit. Yeah. So what are some of the financial things that you guys are going to get Bobby into? Well, we're going to hit Bobby into the financial this and then you have one person in the room like, this motherfucker cracker is full of shit. You have one uncle in there like, I don't like crackers, I don't like them, I don't never want to fuck with them, and all that. And them motherfuckers, because I know all the motherfuckers he put broke. He made this nigga broke, this nigga broke, this nigga broke, this motherfucker broke. And that motherfucker is a traveling salesman. He's a used car salesman sitting up in my sister's house selling her some bullshit. And the agent looks over there at that motherfucker. He said, I got to work around this motherfucker right here because he asking some tough questions. I could tell that energy because I've seen it before when I recruited Paul a year ago and when I recruited Jack 2 years ago and 5 years ago and 8 years ago. And he done profiled everybody in the room. And then he marches his Negro, Cyrus, in there. You see, this is Cyrus. He works my marketing. And Cyrus come in there, yeah, guys, I got everything and I'll make sure Bobby is okay and all that. And you like, well, he has a black guy working for him. No, he's not really a black guy. Alien. No. Y'all don't hear me. So then y'all see the young man go into the league, play for 3 years, come back, debt broke, finance. Where's your finances? What are the finances? What the money? You got a big signing bonus. You got $2-3 million. Where's the investments? Did you make any investments? Yeah, I made some investments through my financial advisor, and you know how investments go. Some of that shit work and some of it don't. When you make investments, through the brokerage firm, and were you aware of those? I'm gonna tell y'all a story right now. One of my young men, I ain't gonna call no name, because they couldn't fuck around. When I was teamed up with hey, look here, make sure you like the financial advisor? I don't like him, but this your shit. Okay, look at the paperwork, negotiate the fees. Ask any of these kids, did they negotiate the fees? Ask any of these families, did a lawyer look at the contract that the agent gave them? Most of them haven't. Negotiate the fees and make sure there's no power of attorneys that are added into this financial advisor's contract. So any investments that he make on behalf of the player has to be authorized by the player or the player's attorney. God damn it, man. Hey, baby, this me. This is what we doing. So what happens? The financial advisor went and took $1 million out of this young man's account and invested in some bullshit. And the young man said, it's $1 million missing out of my account. So the financial advisor did that. Hey, he said $1 million. Call that motherfucker up. Did you authorize that? No. Did you authorize it? No. The financial advisor, because he was representing 200 other Negro athletes, because the white boys don't use them. The white quarterbacks and the white players, they don't use them. The same people the black people use. They call up, hey, look, man, you can't do that. He said, what you mean? I just, and that investment that you made was some bullshit. You coming up with these stories about, say, no, what you mean? No. Say, hey, boss, you don't have power of attorney over his account. That's what was told. You don't have power. You can't make any investments unless unless you get his signature to sign off. So you better go find that fucking $1 million and put it back in his account. Or we'll be calling your firm. Call up my homeboy out of Atlanta, Jervis, who used to work with the SEC, big brokerage firm. Jervis, how do you go about getting this fucking money back? This is what you do. Bop, 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 bop. Shit. The investment brokerage firm put that $1 million back in their account. But I say this to say all this. These people, that's how them kids get broke. That's how they get broke. Because ain't nobody looking at what the fuck they signing. As soon as you say, I need to let a lawyer see it. Well, why you need to let a lawyer see it? This is the same thing that Randy Moss signed. This is the same thing that Bobby Boucher signed. This is the same thing this motherfucker signed. This is the same thing Terrell Owens signed. This is the same thing that one signed. Okay, you know what? All them motherfuckers financially fucked up. So every time I look at the draft with a totally different mindset. I'm like, oh God. I'd be like, oh God, look at the black guy in the room. Look at the little white guy in the room. He finna rob the fuck out of them. I look at it with a whole different mindset. Then you always look for the black guy in the room with a tie on. He's the runner. He's the guy. See, because it's a slave mentality, the NFL, literally the slave mentality. He's the guy that got off the boat in Africa and said, y'all niggas need to get on that boat. See all them lights and shit? They got a party on that motherfucker. They got money, they got food, they got everything. Get on that boat. And then he the black guy. We're going to take a black guy to go get the black guys to get on the fucking boat to then get put on the auction block. He's the guy in the room with a suit on. Yes. He's the dancer. He's the tap dancer. I'm gonna tell you, man. No. He gonna look out for you. Boss man gonna look out for you. Boss man gonna take care of you. Here you go. What you need, man? How much you need, man? You need some money, man? Man, you want to fly mommy into the game, man? I got you, man. See, boss man, look out for you. You should fuck with him. I'm telling you, man. That's my word. He got you. Meanwhile, boss man done profiled your ass. Boss man knows your draft status. So boss man knows I am going to spend X amount of money into this Negro to get him. Because I'm going to get my money back. And when I have him sign this bullshit contract that he's stuck in for life. That's the other part. Stuck in for life. Because the first contract is, okay. But the second contract is when you make the big money, when it's negotiated the big money. And then when you realize, I'm being fucked. And I'm leaving this motherfucking cracker. I'm fucking with this motherfucker. And then you know what happened? What agent? Let me go get the black agent. Come on, talk to me right now. You know what happened? They go call the black guy up. Let me see your paperwork. You can't get out of this shit, boss. Then you call up the agent. I'm firing you. And they fire him. And they say, well, you owe me $500,000. That's why them guys can't leave. They said, what the fuck? I don't know you don't have $1,000,000. Well, the money I gave your mama, the money I gave you, the training money, the money when I rented the car for you, when you was coming out of college, the money that I flew mommy down to the football game, the money I spent to come fly to see you, the money I spent to rent a rental car, the money my aides spent on you. Therefore, hey, look, it's like you went into the minibar. The money I gave you when I put you in that Mercedes-Benz with my friend who owned a Mercedes-Benz place, because you shouldn't be having a fucking Mercedes-Benz because you got no credit. You coming straight out of college. They have a long list of shit. So you owe me $500,000. You owe me $500,000 right now. You can't leave, buddy. And you know what? And I have a contract. So tell your new agent to give me my motherfucking $500,000 back. So then the new agent like, I can't fuck with that. I ain't doing that. Because the new agent down with the scheme and all that and the conniving shit because we did not let anybody look at the fucking contract from the word go. So 90% of all those Negroes that have been drafted, my young fellas, 98% of them did not let anybody look at the contract. They did not let a lawyer look at the contract. And here's the news flash. Here's the news flash. Every one of those black young men, the contracts are not valid until they negotiate and sign a contract with the team. That's when their contract is technically valid. So half of those kids right now can fire the fucking agent. That's that shit they don't tell you. That's that gangster shit. Because as soon as they let the agent negotiate the contract, then you're only getting paid off of what you negotiate, and that makes your contract completely valid all the way through your career. So if I'm sitting on here right now and I got Junior, and Junior did Junior contract ain't valid. If I got a nephew, I got a cousin. Right now I'm saying, hey, fuck that shit, time out. Don't sign no team contract. Yes, you've been drafted. They're going to take you regardless. Go look here. Agent, I need to let somebody look at this contract right here so we can take all these clauses out of here when it's time to fire your ass. Everything that you spent into recruiting my nephew, my son, is unrecoupable. That's your skin in the game. That's your skin in the game. I'm dropping jewels tonight, people. Dropping jewels. So let me tell y'all before I go, because I'm getting sweaty because of my illness. Let me tell y'all before I go, people. Let me just say this. We got a big football game getting ready to come down right now. Big football game. Big football game. It is the big classic game. That's the big game. So make sure y'all be there. Hey, I'll be back on Wednesday. I'm going to have a very, very special guest. I'm not going to make any announcement, but I'm going to have a very, very special guest to come on here, and we're going to have a good time, people. And so, again, have a great week. Y'all take care of yourself. Be safe, and talk to your kids about the police.